Looks about right. So this is in response to Casey Niestat video on politics. Link is down below in the description area. What I disagreed with him on was that he says that we have to pick either a Democrat or Republican, and he says that all major bloggers need to blog for Hillary, and I disagree with that. Now let me go over to the board and show you exactly why I disagree with what Neistat said. Alright, so here we have the political board of where politics is today. We have Trump over here, we have Clinton over here. This is the cesspool. This is where all the sewage comes and flows. Trump and Clinton. Where is their bar? We can see Jill Stein is up in the blue sky region where her bar is. Where's Trump's bar? Well, let's write it in. Here's Trump's bar. Up. Oh, we have to change something here because there isn't enough. It's still lower than the bottom of the cesspool. It's more like this, huh? We have to remodel it so that we can get Trump's cesspool bar of where he stands on politics. And yep, there it is, right down there at the bottom. There's Donald Trump's bar. So his is pretty low. Where? That's Trump's. And we'll do another color for Clinton. We'll do blue for Clinton. Where's Clinton's bar? Yeah, look at that. It also needs remodeling to the cesspool so that Clinton's bar will also fit in the cesspool. How far down into the smuck is Clinton and Trump, the DNR politicians? Well, it's beyond the real bad. The top of the tank where all the stench bubbles up and gases are all bubbling out. She's below that and he's below that. They're sinking into the sludge. Nope, further than that. That's where the pipes come in. They're farther down. They're even below the thick putrid layer. Yes, they're down below in total rot, just the filthy rot. They're even below that, they're so low. But Jill Stein, she's way up here. She's talking about climate change. She's talking about wars and what to do with famine and what to do with refugees and what to do with Black Lives Matter and what to do with the oil pipelines and fracking. You know that Trump and Clinton both are into fracking and fossil fuels. They're pro-fossil fuels 100%. Clinton is bullshit on talking about renewables when she doesn't even know what a renewable is other than some kind of, well, we won't go there.
Hola a todos. I guess everyone heard about that 2014 Princeton University, Northwestern University study which said that the U.S. government more resembles an oligarchy, corporatocracy, than a republic or democracy, and that the average person has little to no influence on the political process. No one should be surprised at that at this point in time. Now I want to talk about the presidential selection playing cards of the U.S. oligarchy. We'll begin with the first one, the lesser evil card. That's the most played card by the devout partisans. Then there's the perfect card, the remember the Supreme Court card. Then there's the fear card. Do you want, insert candidate's name, the we must do card, the you're wasting your vote card. Then the don't you think we should vote for my candidate goes in there card. That's the group think lockstep mentality. Then there's the pure card. Let's not get bogged down in sectarian struggles, that type of thing. And that's the intent is to get the person to and vote for that person's candidate. Then you have the if you don't vote you have no right to complain card. We should find common ground card. And then that candidate or party doesn't have traction card. Now, I'd like to go back here to this "if you don't vote, you have no right to complain" card. That is ludicrous. It's because nowhere in the U.S. Constitution does it say if one does not vote, they have no right to complain about the situation of things. So dismiss that. You really dismiss them all because they're all based in fear and partisan bullshit. Let's see. Remember, the Supreme Court card is useless. The perfect card annoys me, particularly because they always drag that out by saying, so-and-so is not perfect. Well, no human being is perfect, so we don't need that. That's just a waste of time. Also, it really is nobody's business who one votes for, or if one takes part and votes at all. No one needs to know that. That's personal, and whether anyone is complicit in this thoroughly corrupt and rigged system. And no matter who votes, the electronic voting machines, which are easily hackable, are all over the U.S. now. And so you're voting on a rigged, corrupt system. And does one really want to take part in that and be complicit in the corruption? One should vote one's principles and one's conscience, and not groupthink, rather than mindlessly following the herd. Then yesterday in Manhattan, they were trying to put up a Hillary statue, and the corporate media, just like with the Trump statue, referred to the Hillary statue as obscene. Well, I can think of a lot of obscene things, such as seeing dead bodies from war and that type of thing, but I don't call a statue obscene. That's a bit much. And the behavior from the Democrats there was very, it was rather, what's the word? Well, they looked very insecure with their candidate, because Democrats are really rather frail and weak and insecure. If they were secure with their Hillary, they would have no problem having that statue go up. They didn't have any problem with the Trump statue when that showed up, but they can't bear to see their Hillary go up in the same type of context. So they really demonstrated what weak, frail, and insecure people they are over their despicable war criminal candidate. And that's about all I have to say. Muchísimas gracias. Ciao.
So there you have it, where things stand in the U.S. Now you can go ahead and push for the bottom of the barrel, down there in the cesspool. You can push for those candidates all day long, but you're still going to end up with rot and sewage. Instead of getting the brightest and the best, Dr. Jill Stein of the Green Party. As you know from my past videos, I'm not into parties at all, so the Green Party thing I couldn't care less about. Jill Stein I do care about. And I do think that if you're going to vote Jill Stein, you need to vote all your Green Party candidates to back up Jill Stein. We don't hear Jill Stein talking about who's going to sue who, or who's groping who, or who's pulling a woman by the what. We just don't see that type of mentality with the Dr. Jill Stein. She is the brightest and the best the U.S. have to offer. Why vote for best of the worst? Alright guys, I certainly appreciate all the comments on the last videos. They were really good, and the ups and the downs. And next video is going to be a climate change update, very important one. So, until next time.